I want to try creating more personal content, more content about me and being in front of the camera more. When I won't speak, most of my guys will be like, Joe Prime, don't go with English.
How is it that from 2019 you're able to dodge going to school for 4 years?
Sorry, cuts. Can we cut?
Come on, come.
It's only in Nigeria that traumas are not taken seriously. You tell somebody that you have a childhood trauma, they'll be like, come and sit down.
Joseph Enya, popularly known as Joe Prime. At just 22, he's a leading name in his industry as a cinematographer, with over 100 video and photo shoots under his belt. Renowned for his ability to create stunning reels and breathtaking visuals. His work is a testament to his passion and creativity, but that's not all.
I suffered from like it's just striking me so hard that my heart will just start beating so fast.
Is there anyone that comes to your mind when you think about a job that you've taken out of the ordinary?
Oh my god, I'm feeling nostalgic.
If people say you have feminine traits, does that make you feel a certain way? Photographer and videographer, Joe.
Cinematographer.
So does that encompass everything?
Yeah.
So they don't need to call you a photographer now. So you're a cinematographer.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I like making the emphasis on the photographer because a lot of people get confused. Yeah. When they hear cinematography, they just assume like it's a moving thing.
Okay. Oh, I've not even thought about it before. Like whether to like distinguish it.
Okay.
I used to think cinematography was for movies.
Okay.
For videos and stuff like that. So it includes pictures as well.
Yeah, it does.
How would you describe Joseph? Everybody has their own perspective of everybody, but if you're given a chance by yourself to describe who you are extensively.
Well, I would say I'm just a guy that loves people and loves being happy, basically. Yeah.
Loves being happy.
Yeah. So like I take deliberate actions and decisions for my happiness.
What gives you happiness? You like to be happy, so where do you get it from?
I think one of the things that makes me happy is meeting new people, networking. Yeah, getting to know people. I like knowing people.
So in the process of that, you eventually end up with a lot of contacts.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Yeah. That's also one of the perks.
What kind of advantages does that give you?
I run a business, and business, you need audience, a lot of audience. So, audience, yes, that's given me a lot of audience. Like I have a lot of contacts, and I know a lot of people, like so many people. I'm happy about that. Whatever I want to do now, I'm very, very sure that it will be successful because most of the people are people I consider friends. So they'll also be willing to help push me out there. Yeah. Like recently I created a link with my photography with my Instagram link and the rest, and I sent to a couple of people and they were like more than happy to like share it. And I got a lot of a lot of messages from different people from that small advert. So that's like a win for me.
Yeah. Can you imagine how useful it can be, especially when some other people are like the opposite of your personality. They have anxiety around people. And when they have people, they'll keep quiet, they'll not be shut down completely. And as a result, now the opposite. Imagine somebody that is the opposite of you in your field. They will not get the ideas that you have.
Honestly speaking, I am an introvert because I'm very, very, as I said, I like people, but I'm still very, very shy around people, around new people. Like it's something I have to like fight and like be intentional about. Like, oh my God, I have to be bold. Oh my God, I can't be shy today. I have to like, I take out time to like just recharge myself or like meeting people. Like if I have a wedding the next day, I take time to like recharge myself and be ready for socializing and so. It's not so easy. I also have anxiety, but I find a way to like keep it in check.
What kind of steps do you take to get yourself ready for those interactions? Because we've met a couple of times and there has never been one time where I felt like there was also some kind of resistance or anxiety from you. You always looked very confident. So it means that your procedure is working. What steps do you use?
Okay, I do a lot of YouTube. I listen to a lot of talk shows and uh, all this 5 a.m. club thinking. So I always watch at least one YouTube video a day too. Yes, I'm emphasizing on weddings because that's the day you get to like meet different people, like new people from different parts of the country and or the states, depending on how big the wedding is. So you need to like be able to exude confidence, and as a photographer and a professional that I am, I need to be ready to like show them that okay, I am confident in what I'm doing and I know exactly what I'm doing. So I watch a lot of YouTube videos and also some tutorials on photography and posing so that I can be sure that I am ready for the next day.
So does that mean that your confidence in your interaction with people comes from the preparation you've already done for the job you're about to do?
Not really, but it's just like an addition to me. It just feels like okay, I need this thing. Yeah, it's just like so. It's just something I like doing.
But you said in terms of meeting new people,
Yeah.
sometimes you have anxiety when you're meeting somebody for the first time.
Yeah.
So it's not every time you're meeting somebody that you are about to snap them or do some
Yeah,
kind of
true,
sometimes
true.
we had a conversation somewhere else now before we came here today. So, those kind of meetings now, how do you prepare for
Okay,
those?
if it's like a one-on-one, I don't think
Yes.
I don't do any preparation. It's if I'm meeting people, like
Okay,
yeah,
crowd, for
yes, yes,
example.
yes, yes.
Okay,
I
that
have
makes
to like keep my anxiety in check.
I don't know your full name as we are seated here. You probably know my own, but I don't know your full name. What's your full name?
Okay, my full name is Enya Joseph. My tribal name is actually Onimotiwe. It's a Crossivarian name, but a lot of people don't know it, so just Enya Joseph.
Yeah, but I want to know the people that know it.
Okay.
Onime,
Onimotiwe.
Onimotiwe.
It means God save me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know if there's a story behind the name?
Yeah, it's my mom. My mom told me about it. It's when she had like was about giving birth to me. It was like not so easy, the process and the rest. So yeah, God saved me, basically.
So, but regarding growing up, how was that like? Where did you grow up? And if you are from Cross River, then how are we here?
Oh, okay. My parents moved to Benue State before I was born.
Okay.
I have like I was born into a family of five, and I'm like the last born. I
And the
have
overall youngest in the
yeah,
family.
overall
You're the baby.
youngest. I'm the baby. I have three elder brothers and a sister, one sister. So like I'm like
So in your life journey now, where did you discover the cinematography?
well, it was definitely, I promise you, it was not planned. It was not something like, okay, I would be like, when I grow up, I'm going to be a photographer. I'm going to be a
Oh, let me
photographer.
cut you. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I actually wanted to be a doctor, to be honest. I think we all wanted to be
Everyone
a doctor
had
at some
like four
point.
ideas.
Yeah, I wanted to be a doctor.
That was all we knew. No?
But I want to be an actor though. I can't wait to be on the big screens. That's my passion, to be on the big screens, acting. So I didn't really plan on being a photographer, a videographer. It's just something that happened when I finished secondary school. I was like, let me say jobless. Yeah, I think we're all jobless when we were done with secondary school. So I was actually looking for something to do, and I have a cousin that is into the whole cinematography thing. So he was the one that like, okay, come and start doing it. It was not like that's like topic for another day. It was not like a very easy process. Learning has never been an easy process. So before I even started learning photography, one of my moms, I can still remember what she said. She was like, um, um, how did she even just come? I've forgotten. But she was like, you just finished school, so I should go and find work. I should go and be working somewhere. It's like I'm making money, sharp, sharp, sharp. Instead of going and be learning something for so long. And I wasn't really because even at that time, I already knew that I wasn't the kind of person that was going to like work on like have like those kind
Regular
of
job.
regular jobs exactly because I'm very very creative. So But I didn't. I'm creative. That's why I wanted to be an actor. So I didn't really know I was going to go into the whole cinematography. And the rest. So he was like my cousin here. His name is Ibi. Blessed. He was like, I have to like do photography. And at that point, at that moment, as he said it, I already like he just before then. Sorry, before he told me, I reached out to one of my church members that is into photography to like how I will be able to like learn from him and the rest. And the money he called was like quite expensive. And you know, then I was not like
Yeah, which year was that? How much it
that
cost?
was 2019.
Mm.
Yes, 2019. I didn't have any money then, so it was like so expensive for me. I was like, Jesus, because I was actually considering that okay, this is my church member, there's a way we can like compromise and then do something. But it was very, very
For someone that is just leaving secondary school,
yeah.
how much did he give you?
He said 40K.
For someone that is just leaving secondary
Yes. He said 40K. I think it's not that much because most people have like their parents that will be able to like pay for it for them. So I guess that was
school. So your people were interested in you getting the job.
yeah. Something like that. So that was how I just met my cousin at his studio. As a matter of fact, it was at his studio. Then I helped him hold reflector then. And he didn't really know I was because we are kind of not okay. I didn't really know him, like his face, because I've met him when I was very young. So I didn't really know how he looked at that time. Even when I was helping him do the whole photography, like helping him hold reflector when he was shooting a client at the studio, I didn't know that it was somebody that I was related to. I didn't know at all. So he started asking me some questions. That was how he now knew that okay, I was his cousin. Then after the whole shoot, now told me I'm his cousin. I was like, wow, okay, he's the Ewa Blessed that I've been hearing about because I've never actually met him personally. So the next morning, I now went to his house, had a conversation. He was like, he's going to help me to become a very good photographer and the rest. So that was how I started. That very day too, I started. He was then he had a space in BSU. He was using his friend's space, a makeup area, but he just goes there and then it was more like his office. That's how I started. It was not like an easy journey for sure. Like at all. Like it was not.
You're his boy.
Yeah. So fast forward to when I think a year later, no, was it up to a year? It wasn't up to a year because I started ending in 2019, ending December 2019. Then I think I left. I can't really remember, but I'm not sure it's up to a. It might be, yeah, it might be. Then fast forward, I now have to like leave him to go elsewhere, and or so I now went somewhere else, and then yeah, basically that's oh my god, I'm feeling nostalgic.
So you perfected the. What was it focused on mostly? Was it taking pictures or doing covering weddings? And most of the videography.
Okay, was he into videography or
Yeah,
like
or more?
He's a photographer. He's not a videographer.
Okay.
I actually learned videography from my church. You know, I'm a media member in church, so
Okay.
that's
Which church?
actually Shelter of Glory.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where I learned videography. So, but I have passion for videos because there's actually a way I see video. I don't even know how to explain it. You think I love photography, but I don't think it's anything compared to the way I love videography because that's where you catch people's emotions, like
And it captures emotions.
yeah, in real time.
And you said if you might think I might think it's pictures you love more than videos, but it's actually I know that I love videos because you post more videos.
Yeah.
And the emotion thing you just spoke about now, I understand it because of watching your videos. I don't get it, but it's very good. Your videos, they capture the emotion.
Yeah,
They get
yeah.
it's like that's what they're hunting for.
Yeah,
Even
exactly.
if it's aesthetically pleasing,
Yeah,
or the
yeah,
outfit
yeah.
of the subject is beautiful and all of that, but the emotion still comes out, and like that's what you're hunting for.
Yeah.
What is it about videos that you love so much like that?
It's just the how do I explain it? Being able to like capture people I just like okay, let's just say I just love seeing people in my camera doing something, being emotional, being vulnerable, being happy. Do you understand? It's something I just like it, and especially okay, when it comes to love, like a love story, maybe a wedding or a pre-wedding,
Yeah.
there's a way that I don't know. Should I say I like I live vicariously through or love vicariously through others? So like I just like tell it gives me great joy to be able to tell people's love stories from the holding of hand. I'm a very romantic person, even from the movies I watch too. I watch a lot of love movies like Bridgerton and the rest. So there are just this kind of shots you just see in these movies, and you be like, oh my goodness, this is so emotional. Like it has a subliminal like thingy. You just see touching of hands, holding and the rest. So I just love it. I
And the
love
fact
it.
that it's real.
Yes,
Real.
it's
So now
real.
this
I'm
one's not a
witnessing.
movie
It's not a
anymore. You are
movie.
seeing people
So
and
it's more
just
like I'm directing my own movie from what I've seen. So yeah.
what other kind of thing would you like to try that you've not tried yet?
Like I said, I am really interested and invested in the whole movie industry and being an actor. Um I want to try creating personal content, more content about me and being in front of the camera more. Like the last wedding I went to, I got the opportunity to be the best man at the wedding, and I'm not gonna lie, I loved the attention I got like from my fellow creatives. They're like, you like pose like this, you like
Snapping
this,
pictures.
yeah. So it felt really nice. So I'm really looking forward to doing more of those kind of behind the scenes type shit. I did one get ready with me one time and I was so dragged for it. Don't mind me, I have a lot of bullies on my WhatsApp. When I tell you I have a lot. So I was so dragged. But I don't think this year I'm going to be very intentional about it.
Yeah.
Creating content, being like going outside my comfort zone and doing things more.
And if you have bullies on your WhatsApp, I know you probably ignore them. And
I see them as trolls actually because I get the impression that every celebrity, as a celebrity, you're supposed to have. I consider myself a
mm,
celebrity. No offense. I
no
consider
offense.
myself a celebrity. So I feel like every celebrity, as a celebrity, you're supposed to have trolls.
Yeah.
Yeah. People have to like come for you. That's how you know. They said if nobody talks about you, then you are nobody. So I love being talked about. I love the attention. Give me the attention, baby.
With all the with all the work that you're doing and all the you know what that fascinates me with your own work? It's almost like maybe this is not the case in real life and it's a
Okay.
perspective,
Okay.
but it's almost like every single day
Mm.
there is a new location you're at, or there's a new video coming out, there's a new job, there's a new couple in my face
Okay.
almost every day. That's an insane amount of
That's true
imagine
though.
over a month or
Yeah.
2 month period now. That's an insane amount of work.
Yeah, that's true.
And even if you love what you're doing, there has to be some I'll call them special moments. They don't have to be good or bad per se, but the ones that are out of the ordinary. Is there anyone that comes to your mind when you think about a job that you've taken that was a little bit out of the ordinary in terms of how things went?
Um, yeah, actually, there was one time I went to Port Harcourt for a wedding, and something actually happened. It was like the first time I was experiencing that kind of thing. After the guy, like the groom, he paid for like a decoration, like an insane amount of money for decoration, and also while we were staying in church, it started raining heavily. So the whole reception was just like not ruined, but the decoration and everything he had planned and hoped for just was not able to continue that.
Yeah.
So they now have to like move it into like a hall and just do it.
Yeah.
So that was like a very strange experience for me because I was like, I cannot imagine what he would be feeling because imagine spending so much on like having this expectation. People will be like wedding day is overrated, but I don't think so. Imagine a day that is all about you, like a day that you have most people like me I've dreamt about how I want my wedding. Like I'm so passionate about how I want my wedding to be. And they say it's the ladies that are most interested in weddings, but I'm very interested. I was like, after like all the planning and everything, then this kind of thing will happen to you. If I'm the one, I would be so like depressed. But he was not depressed, he was still happy. And then I got to learn that he was actually more interested in getting married to the love of his life than any other thing that was happening around him.
How was the bride? How was her own reaction? Because like you
Mm,
said, the ladies are the ones that
yeah,
answer.
actually,
What was the bride like on the
she was
day?
actually okay. She was okay. She was giving a stoic.
She didn't cry.
Yeah, she didn't cry. She was just there.
Who was the most agitated person on the
He was actually.
day? So
He was.
it
Yeah,
was
he
him
was.
alone.
But he was not so annoyed about the whole thing as one would expect.
Coordinated it.
Yes, he
With some
coordinated it.
composure.
And his guys too were like there to like support him and encourage him.
So how did you deal with that now as your own role in that position?
Mm,
How did your plan and your execution have to change
well,
because of
I
the development?
I had to work with what I had. Seeing as they were still after the church, they had to like decorate another hall. That actually gave me more time to get more couple pictures and more portraits of the bride and the groom. So I got more pictures from there, and there was the regard despite the fact that the decoration was like ruined, there was still like a little bit that I could salvage and then use for what I wanted.
Is there any lesson that you say you have learned from your work life that you say maybe you've applied in real life? You know, like things that you've gotten from your experience working with people, even if it's in a work setting, but you've been able to apply it with your family or your friends.
It's being patient with people, just being patient and like actually put yourself in people's shoes because like maybe let's say there is a shoot that was scheduled for this particular time. We all know eventualities happen. So despite the fact that you want to be professional and be like, okay, this was the time you booked for and the rest and the rest and the rest, you have to understand that it could happen to anybody. I could be the one running late. You could be the one running. And I love the kind of clients I have. They are so understanding. They are so understanding and they are so nice. They are
Yeah,
not
they're
like
mostly women. Are they mostly
yeah,
women?
yeah, they are mostly they're mostly women. They are so understanding. So we just have to like understand people. That's just it. Yeah.
Do you have like a location wedding that you would like to, any place somewhere that you would like to go and cover a wedding?
Yeah. I want to go to Dubai. I want to go to Burj Khalifa. That infrastructure is sick. Whenever I just go to like I scroll and I see videos of that building, I just imagine having a wedding there and shooting there. Do you know Burj Khalifa? Have you seen the building?
Yeah.
It's crazy. The place is crazy. And Paris, Eiffel Tower. Oh my god. Oh, the city of love.
So you're thinking, is it
Mm.
that you want to do a video there? You want to capture the image there, or you want to experience the city, or
I
is a
want to
mixture of two
experience
of
the
them?
city and I also want to capture a moment. Yeah.
Other people and yourself as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Since like you are when it comes to media, you're
Mm.
an all-round person. You like to be
Yes.
in front of the camera as much
And
as you want to be
behind,
behind it.
exactly.
So if you got to the movies, for example, you'll be happy starting having a role behind the scenes.
Yes, yes, yes. I'll be more than happy. Just being on sets will be like the dream come true, kind of.
So are you still doing the personal content?
Yes, I'm actually working on that.
When's the last time you did?
I've been posting more often on TikTok, although just some, but I've not really done. I posted a video on YouTube like 2 years ago, and since then I've not actually
What was it
done.
about?
I was just like just talking about how to like prep for shoots and what to expect
Okay.
during shoots because a lot of people have different ideas about the whole shooting thing. So I was just like just picking on it, and it was actually cool. I have not done any YouTube video since then.
Well, that's some
I need
interesting
to.
stuff. What are the things you're supposed to do before shoots? Like if you're going to prepare, you're going to advise
Okay.
videographers.
Um, Personally, this is me speaking personally. I feel like waiting an entire year, a whole 365 days for your own birthday, a day that is all about you, and then you want to do a shoot and it's basic and it's boring. I feel like a lot of people that's not like their priority,
Yeah.
yeah. But I feel like you should always try to like keep things interesting, make things interesting, go out of like the ordinary, do something different. Let people be like, okay, wow, this is like this person could look this good. Like all my birthday shoots that I've done since I started doing shoots, they have always been something crazy about it. And I like it. I like it. I like the whole innovation and the rest. So I feel like if you are prepping for a shoot, first, yeah, have a mood board. That I cannot overemphasize that having a mood board. It helps direct and it makes creativity easy and makes everything just flow effortlessly. Having a mood board, pictures that you would like to achieve, having a dress design, make sure that you have a designer that you're working with that understands your style, your personal style. Having a designer and should booking the right makeup artist, please, please. I know some of the makeup artists that are your friends are actually good, but sometimes, yeah, and they are professional. Just book a professional because it pains me so much when someone spends so much on their outfit, that's their dress, and then their makeup will now not just be like no matching the vibe at all.
Yeah.
And then I've had some people that will come into my DM, yeah, they'll send me mood boards and the outfit choice they want to do, and I'll be so excited. Like I get so excited about shoot. People don't even know this. I get so very excited about shoot because that's like an opportunity to like give somebody their like dream image, like make people look more beautiful
Yeah.
than they already are. So they'll send me some samples and they'll be like, okay, this is the dress I'm using. And I'll be so excited. I'll go out of my way to put things in order, like make other arrangements that will make the shoots better and more timeless, get more timeless images. And then when the person now comes into the studio to go and change, I'll now be seeing, like you send me an inspiration, is Vicky James inspired? You get like Abba Soman inspired. And then when you come and you go and train and you come out, I'll be seeing a dress that is looking like an Obioma made it. Ah, oh my God.
So
That just gets me pissed off, like so disappointed. So please, let's stop that. Let's stop that. Let's keep the vibe. The vibe you're bringing to my DM. Keep that same vibe. Let's get some timeless images. Everybody loves being interesting and doing interesting things. So yeah.
when people come to shoot and they have makeup that is terrible or the outfit is trash, and and it's not just your opinion, it's something that maybe everybody in the studio can see. They can see that this thing now that this person has brought it. Do you tell them? Do you suggest things, or you just take the picture and do the work you're supposed to do?
That's so unprofessional to tell them that, oh, your makeup is bad or your dress is bad. You just have to find a way to make them feel good and feel. I always like people feeling good and feeling comfortable during my shoot to avoid the tension and then maybe trying to be like, oh my God, this boy is telling me that my makeup is. Do you know how much some people can get agitated and irritated by it. So I just try to make you feel good about yourself. Me try my possible best to give you the best outcome I can get from that. This thing. Because actually, somebody made a statement to me one time, and that like, somehow that statement just stick to me. Like it has been close to 3 years now, but it was so real and I was so impressed and happy about it. The person was like, photography or cinematography in general, that's both videography and photography, is literally the best thing that anyone can ever do. Like the very, very good job to have. And I've not really been like seeing it that way. But after that person said that, I was like, oh my God, I'm actually special. Do you understand? She was like, because you get to meet people on their best days, their worst days. You get to meet them when they're happy and when they're sad. You get to photograph them and you create something with their happiness or their sad. People feel like art is all about happiness. Also has to do with your sadness, yeah, your worries, tears, crying, tears of joy, tears of sorrow, whatever, just emotions. So, as a photographer, I'm really, really proud of myself because, yeah, I get to create and I get to give people an experience.
It's interesting because when we say all of us were in this room today, 26th of January, it is in our minds that we're here. But anybody else that is not here in this moment has no idea what it was like to be in this place in this moment in time. And the only reason that can be made possible that another person can know is
Through the pictures,
media, the pictures and the videos and stuff like that. We take it for granted now because it's so easy to recreate.
Yeah.
But it's something that if it was taken away from us, it would be shocking, for us to continue life after that.
Moment, yeah.
So it is important that if somebody has an event, for example, a birthday, the person has to plan and make sure that if they are going to capture that day, it has to be special. They have to put some thought into it
Yes, be
and make sure it's
intentional
something
about
unique.
it. Exactly.
What about people that don't like to take pictures or record those moments at all?
Well, that is their choice. I can't really speak on that.
No, of course, but if you were, but myself, I'm always in the middle. If I see a picture of myself, I like it. A lot of the time, I love it. My partner knows how to take very beautiful pictures as well. So, but if I was left to my own devices, I'll probably not take them, even though I know I like them. And I might even regret not taking them.
yeah,
So if there's something that you would say to jolt me into, or somebody like me into taking more pictures, the advantages of it, the things that it gives, even if it's to you, it might not be to me, but drawing from your own experience and your happiness, it might convince me. What's that you would say?
well, for me, like I said, being in front of the camera makes me so happy. Like it's so like I cannot go a day without making a video of myself. I cannot go a day without taking a picture of myself because I'm very proud of the way I look. Very, very proud.
You consider yourself, you consider yourself lucky to
Yeah,
be the type of person that.
so lucky, so lucky. Because when I look around, I'll be like, if I was not a photographer, I was not like into the whole media aspect. What would I have actually done? What exactly would I have done?
I
Because
was actually going to ask you that. What other talents do you have?
when I was growing up, I was just trying different things because I was trying to find myself. There was a time I was even into dancing. I was into dancing. I was into comedy. I think I'm actually a comedian. Hmm? Don't know. Well, I was into comedy before I became a photographer. So that's like the best decision I ever made, though, going into the whole photography because it just matches. Like I'm so good at it. Not just taking the pictures, but in the moment too. Like I'm a people person
Mm.
already, and I like smiling a lot. Most times I smile, it's not even really because I'm actually happy, but it's just something I've gotten used to.
When did you finish secondary? And then how long did you hustle before your mom now started disturbing you that you won't you now go back to school?
Okay, I finished secondary school 2019, and I think it was after a year that I stayed at home, and then she was like, school, 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 thingy. And honestly speaking, I'm actually a kind of person that I'm more like self-taught. I I don't want to say read because I don't really like reading, but I watch a lot of videos, a lot of talk videos, the talk shows. Like when I even speak, most of my guys will be like, Joe Prime, don't go with English, English. He like likes English too much. It's because I'm very, very passionate about English because that's the way I get to express myself. So I don't joke with it. I like being super expressive because a lot of people don't know this, but growing up, I suffered from okay. I suffered from like scratch that. So
What did you suffer from?
being able to express myself, I suffered from low self-esteem. I had low self-esteem a lot, and at that time of my life, I didn't really know what it was. I had to like take intentional steps and processes to like be able to like overcome that because imagine being around people and not being able to like express yourself, not being able to like talk to people and I don't know, you might not understand, but it was so depressing and so sad being a child that had to like couldn't express himself, had to like do what like anything that they said, okay, Joe Prime do this, Joseph do this, I will have to do it. Like
Have to bottle up your original ideas.
yeah, not being able to express. Even I'm still trying. A lot of people will feel like he's very confident at what he's doing. He's very like because when they see me online and with people and they'll be like, he's very confident about himself and everything about him. It was until recently that a friend of mine had to like mention that, And I can't really say he was actually correct because the examples he was giving was not the meaning of low self-esteem, but the fact that he had to like bring it up, I got, not gonna lie, I got really emotional about it because this is something that I've deliberately been trying to like fight, and I thought that I've actually like overcome it. I didn't know that there were still like signs, there were still tells on it. So as he said it, I had to like go deeper, do research, watch videos, how to overcome this, and I was like, this is something that I actually have to like do away with. I don't want to. So I even have to like be jotting it down. Like whenever I'll do something that normally I would do, or whenever I say something that normally I would not say, like maybe somebody is coming off at me aggressively, and then because I hate. Okay, I hate bullies, and I hate being bullied. I hate being bullied. Even when I was in my primary school, I did not allow anybody to bully me at all because I hate the idea of being helpless and weakness, whereby you cannot like say no or fight for yourself. So I'm not really that kind of person. But I find it hard to like talk to some certain kind of, maybe if I've grown to like you in like, or maybe like I'm interested in you, I will not be able to like, okay, set boundaries and be like, okay, this is it, this is not for me, because I'll be like afraid that it's going to affect our relationship in a way, and I don't want us to have an issue. So I started jotting it down whenever I put myself first, and I'll be like, no to this, yes to this, no to this. Or originally I would not say no or yes to, and it feels good winning. It feels like I'm actually winning, although I still get like anxiety so much. Like sometimes it just feels like a panic attack, yeah. But I've been able to like control my anxiety because there are sometimes that it will just strike me so hard that my heart will just start beating so fast. Maybe like, honestly speaking, normally sitting here right now, I would not be able to. I would not be able to sit here and speak so confidently. But yeah, I think I'm winning and I'm happy about that. It feels good.
That's good, yeah, and you're actually beating it
Yeah.
extremely well. What was it that your friend said that reminded you? What was it that he said he saw you?
Okay, he's also into photography. So there's this studio that we go to like shoot, whereby there are other people there, other photographers as well. So he has been there with me one or two occasions, and then he saw how I was like interacting, and then like I gave them the impression that they could like play with me to the extent of like they could like actually like slap me and like those kind of plays. So he was like, no, that is not proper. And I didn't really see anything to it, or the way he made it look, it just dawned on me that okay, actually I'm giving these people the impression that I don't value myself in some way. But at the same time, he said it. I understood where he was going and what he and I like I said, I had to like work on it. But
Around was 2008, I entered JS1.
okay.
So everybody in that school in Kaduna, that was JS1, and everybody in that school was of a certain background. They were all northerners, people from Kaduna. They spoke Hausa a lot. I didn't know a word of Hausa. So the thing you're saying about meeting people and then you have a relationship with them that you don't want to lose. And then I made making friends with certain people that I liked my priority. And because of making it my priority, my self-respect took a back seat. And in school, nobody is there for you. You don't have your parents anymore. You don't even have a real friend that will give you real advice anymore, self to tell you you're overstretching yourself for these people. So you don't even know what you're doing. And you eventually let people do things to you. I eventually let people do things to me and take advantage of me in certain ways. I have probation, but I will give you almost all my own happily because I feel like we are friends. But I can come and ask these things now as an adult in hindsight. It would be as if, how could I be so stupid? But in the moment, my probation will finish. The people that I ate it with as my friends, when mine is finished as like, when they will not be willing to give me their own, I'll be hungry and they would eat it. So I used to think that I used to know that it's not balanced, but I didn't know enough to say, nah, these are not your friends now. Find me friends. And your friend was able to tell you who those that wasn't good. And we need more people like that.
Yeah, that's true. need more people that are willing to like be honest with you.
How do you now choose the people you hang out with and people? How do you draw your line down? How do you carry yourself in such a way that you attract people that will not do that, or protect yourself from people that would possibly do that kind of thing to you?
Well, I can say that I actually have in you like way that I do that, but I just make it clear that okay, um, if like whenever I'm not comfortable with something
Yeah.
or it's too inconveniencing for me, I'll just be like, okay, this is it, and I'll like tell you. I'm more expressive now. I'll tell you that okay, this is it. Yeah, I might even go like there's somebody one of my friends the other time was like he's always wanting to inconvenience me. All these impromptu kind of things. I was like, you are taking me for granted. Don't be doing this with me. Yeah. If you need me to be around, tell me a day or two before that particular time. You understand? Um, I'm important. You feel me?
Yeah.
So you need to like pull me, keep me updated, and so I just like I express myself basically when I want to. If I feel like it's worth it, if I feel like it's a relationship that is worth keeping. If it's not, I'll just withdraw entirely. I'm very good at distancing myself from a lot, yes.
For this kind of thing, saying no is a scary thing. That was my own experience. Like telling somebody no, I think about more about their feelings than my own.
Yeah.
So that's something that you had a problem with. Same thing I had a problem with.
I think I still do in a way. In a way, in a way, there are people that I don't want to say. I don't want to actually make it look like it's like being manipulative or anything, but being underestimated and people thinking like, okay, I don't know.
You can't do something.
Yeah,
You're not worth something.
yeah. It's actually something that I've found to be like a strength of mine, like vulnerability. It's actually like a strength of mine. So people being like, okay, he's like you feeling like okay, he's like he can't say no to me and the rest. There's actually like they said, everybody have a reason for doing the things they do. So yeah. I'm looking forward to so guys, this is me publicly saying that I'm looking forward to being in a relationship this year. I want to actually try.
Well, why do you think it's hard? Why? I mean, a lot of people, a lot of people have found love in ways they didn't expect. Why do you think it's elusive?
I am so emotional, like very, very emotional. I think people say I have like feminine traits. I think the feminine trait I have is emotions. Like I'm very, very emotional about a lot of things. So I feel like if I because I've seen people after a breakup they'll like be devastated, broken down, crying and the rest. I'll be like, oh my goodness, I don't want to experience this because mine will be like double that.
People say you have feminine traits. Does that make you feel a certain way?
Growing up, it actually did. In my primary and secondary school, it was actually like a very, very sensitive thing to me because it's something that okay, it's not really like it's actually something that I want to or it's my fault per se, yeah. But they'll make it look like okay, that is how it is, or he's like so there's just a way, especially whenever like somebody brings that up, I used to get very offended, like really, really offended about it. We can actually I used to fight a lot in primary school. I had to like defend myself because whenever they say that I'll be like, stop it. I don't like that. I don't like that. But now, as a photographer, I get that a lot, especially when I'm in the studio giving people poses on how to pose. I guess I'll be like, oh my god, this boy is like this. I don't really care. You understand? As long as I'm doing it and I'm going to get the outcome I want from you, because I'm actually very flexible when it comes to posing, and I can actually do most of those girl stuff better than they can do it. But I'm not supposed to.
Yeah. You've taken it now and made it one of your strengths.
Yes,
And it's
exactly.
useful in your field. So
Exactly.
when you were young, and who were the people that tried to taunt you with it? Was it more like adults or your mates? Did any adults talk to you like that?
It was mostly from my mates. What I got from most adults were like more of compliments. They'll be like, "Your skin is this, yeah, yeah, yeah." But most of them too, they still like drag me for it. Well, well, when they now say it out, now when they say it, I'll just be like, it's not. You can't get an emotion from me. But there are actually some people that would actually say it to me right now that will feel very offended about it.
How do you feel like you can do that now?
It's something I've actually tried being different, changing. I discovered I was just being fake, trying to be what I am not. So I just embraced it and I'll flow with it. It's, it's not supposed to be something if I'm ashamed of it, then that means I'm ashamed of me as a person. And it's actually funny that my older sister, yeah, I don't know, I feel like we switched in my mom's room because the things that I'm supposed to have is what she has, and the things she's supposed to have is what I have. Like she acts masculine like a lot, and then I got the feminine, and then the skin. So if she had my skin, as a girl, you understand? So yeah, crazy.
I guess it's not supposed to. You are who you are.
Yeah,
What it is.
Yeah. That's what it is.
You see why I asked you if it is younger people or older people? In my life experience now, I've learned that most of the time your mates don't know anything.
That's true.
You see, I was in that school I talked about in Kaduna.
Yeah.
There was a time that we had this thing in home economics. In home economics, we had one practical we're supposed to do. Not in home economics, it's business studies.
Okay.
We're supposed to do an ad, right? Do a jingle. It was an assignment, classwork.
Yeah.
And we were classified into GS1, A, B, C, but you know how classes are now. So if somebody's talking in the other class or they're beating them in the other class, you will hear in your class.
Yeah.
So that was an exciting week for us because everybody knew that we were supposed to do that assignment.
Yes,
Everybody was going to stand up on stage and present a jingle. And there's some really funny ones that I remember till today. So what I did was I organized a rap, right? And with lyrics and everything. I can't remember which company I did it for. People advertised for Gary, Coke, and whatever. And then I went up, I did my rap. I spent a lot of time on it because I already liked rap.
Yeah.
So, and I got applause from my classmates. Okay. And teachers were like, that was really good. Teachers were so interested in it as well that they came to whichever class had business studies that week, that day, to watch how each students were doing their own. So I got compliments from teachers as well that my own was good. And then during short break, now me, 10 or 11 years old, I was feeling myself, my head was big, and I was fishing for more compliments. Yeah. So there was a guy in the B class that when we were going towards the hostel together, I happened to be walking side by side with him. I said, "Did you hear my rap?" I was like, that nonsense thing. that nonsense thing, they were discussing the one that happened in their class as well. So, and I asked him if he heard my own, and he was like, that nonsense thing that did not go anywhere. And the thing perplexed me for a very long time. Like, so is it that it wasn't that good? So I just take it as, okay, you know what, maybe you're not always as good as you think you are. But that's just hater vibe at the end of the day. There is something that is clearly, if we hear good rap and somebody does like some nice wordplay and stuff like that, all of us you can all attest to it that it's good. And somebody says it's not good, then
like my pastor will always say, you attract what you celebrate. So I'm very intentional about celebrating excellence. If something is good, say it's good, celebrate it. Don't try to like talk people down. It's not easy. If it was so easy, everybody will be doing it. So exactly. As you grew up, maybe they were just like being young children at the time. Yeah, true. Yeah.
I feel like that kind of behavior comes from when somebody is taking a leap, taking a risk that you would like to take, but you could never in your life have the mind to attempt risks like that. And then instead of admiration, you have resentment for them.
And then sometimes too, it comes from childhood traumas. A lot of people that have those kind like traumas from their their homes. So it could be that that's just like a trauma for them.
What kind of childhood trauma from home would make you that kind of person?
Maybe if you like go, maybe so most parents are very very strict. Like they have very very strict dads in particular. So maybe the person's dad is like the kind of person that doesn't like compliment them, always talks down at them, and then they now feel like okay, that's a way to encourage another like form of encouragement. So I think so. People can be traumatized by that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I believe everybody, there's no perfect childhood. I think life is very complicated to the point where you have to have things that would affect you to make you a kind of person. And like you said, you took intentional steps to deal with the low self-esteem issue going from your childhood. You had to stop somewhere, reevaluate, and adjust that moving forward. Some people they don't have the self-awareness to even consider that their childhood is fucking up their adulthood. And they just behave like that. And the people who are self-aware that can spot that in them. If nobody helps them, they just carry on like that.
It's only in Nigeria that traumas are not taken seriously. You tell somebody that you have a childhood trauma, they'll be like, "Man, sit down." Like it's not something serious. Serious. A lot of homes are not so easy. Most people don't have it easy when it comes to. Well, I can't speak on that. I'm not a parent. I'm not a parent yet, so
Let me get to the bottom of one more thing.
okay.
The school aspect, yes. How is it that from 2019 you're able to dodge going to school for 4 years? Because yeah, I mean, 2019 you finished, yeah, this is 2025. Your mother has been on your case 1 year after. So she's been on your case since like 2020. What did you do to be able to slow her down and do because parents can take drastic measures when they mean to. So how were you able to tame her for all this long?
I always tell her that she's not like I'm actually consider like I'm interested in the whole school thing, and I'm actually but at that time I was still learning photography, so I was like, let me just learn this thing so that at least when I'm in school I'll have something that I am actually doing that's fun. So at least I got her off my back for like a year or two from that. Then afterwards she was like again, so I had to like sit for the whole examination processes and school processes. And then I actually got admission. I think it was last year, last 2 years, into Imagery, but the course that I applied for was not the course I was giving. And people were like, I should have taken it. I should have taken it. It's better to like just go and then be done with it. But I'm the kind of person that whatever I'm doing, I like being intentional about it. And if it's not something that I really just imagine, how does forestry correlate with me as a person? It doesn't. There's no correlation whatsoever. So I couldn't like just take that. But I'm actually going to like work on that this year, school aspects and
So you said your friends, your preference would be private school.
yes. Because I'm actually not really only looking at the educational aspect of schooling. I feel like school is a very very breeding ground for like networking and nepotism in a way, because you get to like meet interesting. I want to go to a school where I'll be able to meet interesting people that can like, I don't want to say help me, but I just want people that I can be proud of.
Yeah.
Yes, proud of. Like I'll be like, okay, this was my mate, or I'll be like, ah, that was my mate. When you surround yourself with excellence and greatness, it just
You
comes
become
off.
like
Yes, it comes like. So I want that kind of atmosphere for myself. I don't want an atmosphere of frustration. Eh, Nigerian schools, they are all like that. But when I say frustration, I mean like hardship, always having to like struggle and fight for like everything, and I don't want that. I want ease in my life, so I need to take steps to achieve that. Although private schools are very expensive. No, go the lie. If you are listening to this, I'm looking for sponsors, please. Looking for sponsors. People should give me scholarship.
so. If you didn't like forestry,
Mm.
what courses would you be interested in doing?
Okay, like for this year, right now, this particular moment, this course I want to study in school is international relations. I want to be an ambassador in the future because I like public speaking. So anything public speaking, I'll just that's what I'm interested in. I wanted to do food science and technology because in some way I also like food, but I don't think that's what I want to do anymore. I want something that can help me and then in my business to help me to be able to like speak out and stuff.
What do you think about the idea of alternative education, like taking courses, from Udemy or Coursera or places where you can get certifications instead of uni? You can use 4 years to gather 13, 20 certifications as opposed to going to get one degree.
Like I said, school for me is not all about the learning process, the opportunity to meet people. I take networking. That's why I even read to start for gym like 3 or 2 months back. People thought that okay, it's just to keep fit. It's not really to keep fit. I just wanted to like widen my niche. And so that's how we met, yeah. So you see, I'm here today. So networking is good, guys. Network.
Thank you very much, you, for coming on the podcast. It's been an interesting conversation. I've learned a lot. And there's a question I'll ask you. You're not going to give me the answer here. You're going to write it down.
Okay.
So you tell me the single most valuable advice you've gotten or that you can give. Thank you very much.
It was an honor. Thank you for having me. It feels good to be in front of the camera again. Oh, thank you. Woo! That was exciting.